All right. Are set. We got great. Set.
Christina Minetti.
Here, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yay.
Bethany Campbell
Set.
is absent at this time. Joan Cooley, absent at this time. Christina Minetti.
Here, can you hear me?
Hold on.
Yay.
Bethany Campbell. Oh, Beth. Okay, absent at this time. Joan Cooley, absent. Mark Hayes, absent at this time. Glenn Speak. So we just have two attendees, Christina Minetti and Glenn Speak.
Four.
Yeah, one was not reached. So you can have discussion. You cannot vote. Yeah, you can't vote.
Make comments on
Sure.
I don't think we
Can do it, or like,
change the
Do not have to
Anybody have any changes to the minutes?
You can't vote on the minutes.
Okay, that's-
Yeah, so we have introduced the youth council representative here with us. Usually give a quick intro or hear who you are.
And I couldn't think back to school this year. This will be my second year executive freshman.
And then there's a group of you that'll be rotating in. Is that
I thought we were all gonna be sure, but she said it's fine, just like a question.
okay? Okay, prepare.
Yeah.
Can I interrupt for a moment?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm sorry, but it's very, very difficult to hear anything you're saying. You sound like you're in an aquarium. So I'm not sure whether I'm actually going to be able to hear you. I might have to watch everything again, but if you need me, I can interact, but it'll be very difficult for me to follow what you're saying. I don't know why. It's much worse today than usual with the audio quality. Yeah, I basically can't, I know that you're talking, but I can't understand a word you're saying.
When we do speak, Christina, try to speak up.
Oh, good. I could hear you. That was great. Okay, it works then. Thank you.
We can't approve the minutes because we don't have a form.
Oh, I heard you say something about minutes, but I didn't know what. So, I could hear you now. So that's great. Okay, I guess we won't be able to do that, but next time, I suppose.
With council member, Anaya Davis.
Wait.
Oh, nice to meet you.
We don't have any public comments, no public hearings tonight.
Is there anyone online?
Folks, quiet. Historic Preservation Officer today.
Yeah, so I included a memo on the most current updates on everything. With Squally Tribe Outreach, we continue to try to outreach with them, and we haven't had any luck yet. It's going to be up to the board to decide how much longer we want to keep continuing our outreach to be part of the Lake Maturing Map Clover Park School District. Again, the meeting was scheduled for the 29th, but it was delayed again. We're attempting to reschedule it. We haven't had any luck yet, so we'll continue to do that. On the Lake Maturing Map, there's been no updates to it since we've been trying to do this coordination. But we recommend that the board discuss setting a date to move forward, date the touring map, setting kind of a deadline. I don't know how much longer the board would like to continue.
I don't know of any hard and fast deadline. If we call a deadline, then we will have one meeting to discuss. To look at. Final, perhaps.
Christina, did you hear me on that?
I was just about to say that I didn't hear exactly what went on now. I don't,
So we've kind of run into a little bit of a dead end with the Nisqually Tribe outreach and
right,
outreach for the Lakewood touring map. And so staff recommends that before we discuss maybe setting kind of a date or kind of a
right.
more coordination wanted outreach before
Right.
we just move forward.
Right, I heard that part. I just didn't hear the discussion afterwards with Mr. Spieth, what he was saying. So,
I know
yep, I got it.
Chairman Spieth was saying was that if we set up like a February deadline, the board would have a chance to review the Lakewood touring map in January and then maybe vote on it in February.
Oh, well, hopefully that would be enough time.
We can't do any voting on this, but do you have any thoughts on that timeline?
Well, I mean, it might be difficult if it's proven so hard to get in contact with Nisqually or to get some kind of reaction from them. So does that mean we just write them off and continue? Is that what you were suggesting?
It's up to the board of how much coordination you want us to keep trying
Mm-hmm.
and holding up the touring map.
Well, I don't know. It'd be really nice. I think, you know, as a not really symbolic, but I think it's kind of important. So maybe we should stick it out and really get in contact with them.
Try to speak a little louder so Christine can hear.
Moving to unfinished business. View of the joint council meeting.
Like we go over by.
Yeah, I don't remember any specific comments.
Okay, yeah,
I heard, so
Yeah.
maybe I missed something. But
that's kind of why I put the memo together.
Okay.
If we kind of cover.
that was in the back.
Yeah. So one of the items was the heritage trees. From the, sorry, going back, I should be more clear. A joint council meeting occurred September 26th. And from that, there was some comments made by city council member. One of the items that was brought up in discussion was the updated tree preservation code. That includes protection of preservation landmarks code that will allow Lhab to designate heritage trees. The tree preservation code is still under review by the city council, but it appears that the landmarks code update is largely complete. The tree preservation code update is expected to go effect in March 2023. It might be pushed back again. They're still working on it. The final tree preservation code update ordinance will provide Lhab, will be provided with Lhab when it's approved because it's that specific designation for landmark trees or heritage trees. The proposed updates includes criteria for designation of heritage trees. So the board should need to figure out the criteria. They should be already provided in the code. It's just going to be how to interpret it and how to use it going forward. The next item that was discussed was a council member asked if the board has looked at potentially designating Lake Stilton Dam. So the only comment is that the board should consider adding it to the work plan to be approved by the city council 2023, January 2023. Right. So any work, the work plan, right now it's just listed by like stuff. They don't show right subject, so we can come to that later. It's more of the if the board's okay, we'll be adding it to the list, and then when we supply the work plan in January for the city council to review and approve, that should be on it. I didn't have enough background to have a recommendation, but if the board would like to, I can always add it in, or see if the council will add stuff. There was mention on the historical street sign. The council member described the community members have reached out and are confused why Bridgeport Way has both a green and a brown sign, and that's a little bit confusing for members or for the public. The brown sign identifies Bridgeport's historic streets. The green sign is a requirement by the City of Lakewood Public Works Department because it's too big of a thoroughway. It's required to have the green sign, so that's why both exist out there. I don't have any other recommendations that are it's just required to have the green sign. The city council members mentioned that Lhab should partner with other commissions and boards to leverage their expertise to complete some items on that Lhab work plan. Specifically mentioning the Arts Commission to work on historic videos. The mayor recommended that the board look at partnering with Grave Concerns Association, since they might be awarded a grant to have a video tour created for the Western State Hospital Cemetery. I looked into this a little bit. So the board should consider additional partnerships and request a joint meeting with the Arts Commission in early 2023. Staff can assist in setting up the joint meeting. The board should also consider partnering with Grave Concerns Association. Grave Concerns Association has requested a grant from the city of Lakewood that in part would fund a contractor to research and design a video tour of the Western State Hospital Cemetery. The city council will vote on approving those grants in November. They haven't been awarded it yet, but that will be done in November. So I didn't want to go and start any outreach without the board having a meeting like that.
I want to make sure everybody's aware that there was a DVD produced by this board. And I'm told it's on the website. So website. But I haven't seen it.
I have, like I say, at least when that updated website, I have not seen.
We ought to explore that, see if we can get more copies for handing out. Rather than produce another history, which may cover the same area, we don't know what we covered on the first DVD. And decide what addition to that, because of all the companion stuff. But in addition to on the current DVD, so we can cover new ground, probably new facets of some of the old ground, and have a companion part 2.
Right.
And then maybe later on a part 3. So that's my.
Christina, do you have any comments?
Yeah. Yeah, I was wondering, maybe somebody mentioned it and I just didn't hear it properly, but is there some way to view this previous DVD that I've never seen?
Sure, if you'd like to come to City Hall, call me or email me to arrange it and I'll have one waiting for you.
Okay, that would be good, because otherwise it's hard to know what we're building on.
They've already been made. We don't have the ability to make new ones here. And it's basically just a page flipper of the different homes that you guys have designated. And I think what they're talking about with the video of the grave or of the Western State Hospital Cemetery is more like a tour.
Yeah.
Like what pretty city tours we're going to do. Right. Something more
history
entertaining.
first time.
Right.
Right.
Right. You can come and pick it up tomorrow.
I wasn't a member of the board when that was done, and I don't remember. if I got a copy.
Okay.
Maybe it works, so. Made a move since that time. And,
Okay.
so that's-
So are you willing to come back tomorrow and pick it up? Because I'll have it in roll call with Christina's.
Sure.
Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Okay, moving on.
So as a reminder, the city council reviews these the council reviews these in January and then revises and approves them in January. So if there's any changes that we would like to provide, I can make those changes and provide them to the city council in January.
Working on this one. Been in contact with
It hasn't been for a while.
Right, the last that we left it out was before COVID, and they are willing to do whatever we ask them to do. We had some money set aside at that time, I don't know what the budget is right now, okay, so you still have it available. But I think that's why council is saying do that with arts and grave society so that you can get it. Everyone is interested in Western City Hospital cemetery grounds. The information that is accessible from there. That's what it is so great.
this second sentence. It's not possible. Between the buildings that have the right pioneers. If they're gonna cover the hospital cemetery, I would think that's an agenda to that. They cover hospital grounds cemetery. That's originally another soldier there. There's at least one Indian was buried in the area. They may not be in the existing cemetery, but Steve buried an Indian that happened to die on his property. That was before what exists in the area. It's probably not. But it could have been first burial in an area that got set aside early. Even eighth was buried in Swallow. Side of the fort. Down.
I
They
think
don't know where that's where everybody was buried. But there's no markers. And no archaeological dig to see who was there and who was. So
I do know that Pretty Gritty City is very adept at doing in-depth research, and they use the Tacoma Northwest Room and all those resources, and they're working companions of everyone involved in that. So I think maybe one of the first steps, we could speak with Chris Stavanger, and he can pull some ideas from you and know what to research for that video.
find something, they at least recognize.
Yeah. Good points.
Grand Island I have written a marker on text for Chinese expulsion. three items in the near vicinity. That one item covers a pretty large piece of text, even cut down. Lakeview Post Office was right across the street from the train station. The train station. And the train station is where the Chinese were put on the trains and sent south. So those that didn't have the money were put on freight cars, and those that did. So those are things that we might. As far as historic streets recognition, there are no streets that I'm aware of right now that I know of that show the early name, other than those that we've already come up. Struggling with Bridgeport. That did too much theater. There are not very many. There's only one book that I'm aware of, and that was by Gary Reese, who was from the Northwest. And I've seen copies of this early Pierce County books. And so most of the information that I got came from his writings. Where another came from Gary Reese's. Still, the more was more of my own research into what was happening in the area. Of course, that originally was the Indian Trail, then it became Military Road, and Mill Road. So that's what it was still. Such names as church, traveled that way before the Civil War. A lot of generals that were Fort Stillman before they became big heavyweight generals. Casey became general. He was there's quite a few of them. I'm trying to put together an exhibit to show that. I don't know what to do with it. School district to we need teachers involved in that to know what they can do. I think that pretty well covers that. I think that unless we have some specific things to do in November, December, these terms of making out goes to the, there's things that are important enough to resurrection.
Sure.
Then we're going to do that to try to finish the map or communication from this wall, which is probably doubtful, but
Yeah, right. It's Christina, she has some comments. I don't know if she can hear all that.
Christina, do you have any comments about canceling November and December meetings?
Yes, can you feel me peering at the computer trying to read your lips? Well, I don't know exactly, I didn't understand why we want to cancel or change the meetings. Why, we just don't have anything to do.
In the past, we have not had November and December ones because they actually fall either on or very close to the actual holidays of those months.
Right, oh yeah, that makes sense. Mhm.
And then it's also a time when people are very busy with family gatherings. So we kind of
Right,
hiatus. The only time we've ever held a meeting is if there's something really pressing in that month that affects a timeline. And usually there isn't at the end of the year. So
right, that makes sense.
canceling unless something important comes up. So we're
Got it. Right, well, that makes sense. It just seems like we're kind of waiting on various things, so unless some magic progress has been made that we have to act quickly on something, I mean, I don't suppose it'll happen, but I mean, there's also the issue of the city council. We could voice some changes to the plan for 2023 to the council until January, right? Do we still have to, we have to discuss something or find out whether we want to make any changes to it? So we'd have to do that in November or December, right? Or did we already decide that there are no changes?
You, if you have any suggestions, you or any other members, you can individually send them to Josh.
Oh, okay. Okay, that would be good then.
Draft and have each of you individually look at it, but you cannot discuss it with each other unless there's a meeting.
Right, right, yeah, I understand.
Make suggestions or give opinions. Are you comfortable with that, Christina?
Yeah, no, that would be great. I mean, I can't think of any changes at the moment anyway, but I'm sure if I look at stuff again, I might remember.
Sure.
Yeah.
okay, moving to number six. Meeting schedule. Sure will be January. Unless something comes up. Is there any other comments that anybody has? I do have one comment myself. I've talked to the administrator of the rental properties that cover community or the Lakewood Community Center. Previous board member here, Bob Jones, was close to getting approved for community landmark designation. It's problematic to go full up designation because that doesn't preclude things that could happen, as we've seen. But very few business owners or homeowners want to full up designation. Of course, we found the complications that can happen with that. Totally unexpected. Any other comments tonight? Oh, the other thing that I have is the historic markers look like they're going to be delayed until January. They're at the foundry, however, the final proofs weren't approved until about 2 weeks ago. And it can take 6 to 8 weeks. And with the holidays happening, who knows?
Right.
We won't know until they are ready to ship, and then they will send notice to the Tacoma Trophy who we're ordering through. And, they'll let us know what the state is. So with that, anybody else have any questions, any comments to make tonight?
And the thing is, basically,
I don't think so. I think,
I get a motion to adjourn?
I can give you a motion to adjourn.
Nothing happens here, we're just adjourn.
Thank you, Christina.
No problem. It's the least I could do.
Okay, thank you so much, Christina.
Thank you. I'm joining you this evening from Seattle because it was too much traffic to come back home in time. So maybe the distance has made the quality worse. I